I don't be with me so basic.
They indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New England Patriots. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
The ball carrier.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the line of scrimmage.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A Bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. This a quick pass to Davis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Patriots nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Sony Michel, his 1st carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On the ground is Michel. And he's got room. And he's into the clear. The 30. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 78 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
21-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Bills 14, Patriots 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And this one's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mike, 53. Get your swerve on. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the pickup. And the Bills will move the chains. These two teams all tied after one.
Tied 14-14.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Everyone got four down.
To the air, Allen. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Check, watch the D4. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills have broken the tie. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And he'll hand this to Michel to get things started. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
The 11-yard line.
Newton now to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Sometimes I need a check, not to
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's got this down to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Newton. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Allen. Flushed out right. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Going deep for Diggs. And this is taken in at the 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Touchdown, Bills.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bills 37, Patriots 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Where they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 14 yards in the... The Bills will get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Mike 54. Here we go, here we go. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Half 85, half 85.
From the gun, Allen toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
10 at their own 27-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike.
He'll look to throw right away. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
49.
Now it's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. And it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. Justin Rohrwasser now for the Patriot field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made at the 40.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch that.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Watch the run, watch the run. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. 5 wide. 54. They're not ready for this.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. We got to get the ball, D, get the ball.
To throw again, Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On the ball. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You're trash.
Throwing is Allen on third. This one caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hey,
A handoff to Moss on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third. Now in Buffalo, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. The Bills on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Sony Michel, the ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
What we got? Hey, check Mike.
From the 25 on second down, Newton. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And they're going option play on third down. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensively, they were all over that one. He decided to keep it. There were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he fires one that's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The other their domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch that, watch that. 54, Mike 54. Come off the ball hard. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the gun, Allen escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Check, watch 54.
Operating from the gun, Allen looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, 96 is coming.
And it's Michel once again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're running it. It's Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's so the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, You tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
49, guys. Mike.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Dalton Keene with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, Newton. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So Allen's going to look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts.
It's a gain of
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
At the 41-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Newton. This is White on the screen. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He completes it right side to White. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked on by Micah Hyde. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Patriots. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Bills 47.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's no, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Done. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. My pocket, I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse.